Alright guys, I am tired of changing their water. And these metal chicken waters, don't like them. They work good. There's nothing really wrong with them other than they rust. Okay, they're supposed to be galvanized and they should last longer than, I don't even think they're 5 months old, these things. But the insides are rusty, and let me show you what the water looks like. Alright, this one here is their inside water. I keep this inside. Try to do this. You see the color of that water? It's all rusty and nasty. Okay? This one's empty. But if you look in there, I don't know if you can see that, it is all rusted. The whole inside, everything is just rusted. Okay, they don't leak yet, but they're rusted. It makes the water like this. Okay, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of changing these every day. These are what, 2 gallons I think, and they just the water in one day will look like this. Okay, this I changed yesterday or the day before. They don't drink much out of the inside, they drink out of the outside one mostly, but that's what happens to the water. Now you're probably thinking, what about that water system you put a while back ago? The water system works great. The problem is the chickens don't know how to use it. You know, when I first installed it, and I'll show you some video here of when I installed it. When I first installed it, I seen 1 or 2 going up to it and playing with the little poultry nipples. But nobody's drinking out of this. So I don't know how to train them to drink out of it. Maybe I should hang little sparkly things by the nipples so that it attracts them over there, but now they don't even bother with it. So I spent all this money, this work building this table, the cooler, the drain system, and the PVC, and the nipples and all that, and they don't use it. So what are you gonna do? Now if you guys have any ideas how I can attract them to those nipples to get them started on it, it's kind of my fault, because when I had them as small chickens, pullets or whatever, I should have started something like this in the beginning to get them used to it. But I put this in when they're already full grown, and I don't know, they just don't know what to do, you know, with this, with the chicken nipples there. So, but I think I have a better idea. Well, not better than this, but at least an idea that I know it's going to work. The water's going to stay clean, and we'll see how it works. Alright guys, we are in Nacogdoches, Texas, and Atwood's here. Huge place, much bigger than Tractor Supply. Same type of store. We're going to try these waterers here, and we'll see how they work. Alright, so how these work is it's the same principle as those metal ones. They have a little cap right here. Okay, see that cap? When you fill this up, take this off, you fill this all up, screw this on nice and tight. Notice that old O-ring. There's an O-ring right here. You see that rubber O-ring? It's very important. Without it, it won't hold water. Fill it up, close this thing back up. Make sure I got it on straight. There. Close it down snug. Once this is full, bring it to your chicken coop and then open this up. Take the cap off, the water will start coming out, and once it fills up to that hole level right there, it'll stop. Every time they drink out of it and it gets below that hole, it'll suck air in there, more water will come out and refill itself here. Same principle, just a little different design. I like this design better. I've been doing a lot of research, and the only problems that people come up or are having occasionally, if the O-ring in here leaks air, of course it'll all leak out of the hole here. So, very important, this cap, when it's not in use, make sure you put it back here, because you will lose it, right? That's how things work. So, we're going to give this a shot. I'm going to rinse these bad boys out and see how they work. One more thing. This O-ring. Put this down. This O-ring right here. What I would do, take it off. Okay, just slips on and off. Get yourself some, oops. Get yourself some silicone grease. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Go in the plumbing department of any hardware store, big box store, they'll have it. Okay. And what you want to do is put it all around the O-ring. You just smear it here and there. Just like that. Okay. Once you've got it smeared on, and you just get it and you wipe it all around. Make sure you get it all over. This silicone, which is rubber of course, it will soak into the rubber and keep it soft, and it'll keep it moist basically. It won't cause it to crack or anything like that. There. And once it's all nice, I know I had a little rag here. Wipe your fingers off. Now you want to go back up here and just put it back on. Just like that. Okay? Now this will seal really good. Another cool thing about this here is this base just comes right off. It just snaps in and snaps off. Very simple. So it's easier to clean that way when they're dirty. So we're just going to wash this out. I guess I should clean the base too. All right, guys, so very important to put the grease on the O-ring, you know, once every, maybe a couple times a year. And make sure when you put this cap on, there's no grass in here, dirt or anything. Make sure it's really clean. If you want, even rinse it out real good, all right? Because like I said, if there's anything caught on that O-ring seal, a blade of grass, even anything, it won't seal right, and air will start sucking through here, and all the water will drain out. All right? So, it's a lot heavier than those other two, though. The only problem I see, for me anyways, they're a lot heavier, of course, than those 2 gallons. You got 3 extra gallons you're carrying around. And the distance from my house here, I need to put a pipe here so I can bring water to my coop. So let me put this inside. All right, normally I'd put it on that little base I made there. It's a 2x6 square to keep it, you know, off the ground so it won't get as dirty. Now before you put it in the position, remember to take that cap off, and water will start coming out. It'll start sucking air in there until the hole is covered. And that's what it's doing right now. Okay, now I need to put this into position. Hope I can do it here. Oop, little water come out. Like I said, it's a little heavier than those other ones. I'm gonna have to. There. Boy, it's just the right height too, because the handle is hitting one of the cross members on the coop floor here. But it'll work. It stopped, it filled right up to the hole and it stopped. You can see the water level got just past the hole and the water stopped coming out. As soon as they start drinking out of it, it'll start filling up again. I hope they know how to drink. Yeah, I guess she's gonna go lay an egg. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as my chickens did, and as much as they're gonna enjoy their new water. Alright guys, if I have any problems with this, I will keep you updated. But it looks like it's a pretty good design, pretty foolproof there. And like I said, the O-ring is the key. If the O-ring is not kept clean and you don't keep it nice and lubed, you know, at least put that grease. Only use silicone grease. You can pick that up at any plumbing section, at any hardware store or the big box stores. Only use silicone grease. Make sure it's clean. If that seal ever gets dirt on it because it's got that grease on there, just get a paper towel and just wipe it all down, or wipe it, and put some new grease on there, and you're good to go. All right. So that's about it. I thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.